I'm going to tell you exactly why most KDP authors don't sell books. Yeah. But it's far more than just a surface level issue, because covers like these don't come easy. Some authors would rather do their own covers and will spend hours, days, weeks, and even months putting together something they think is passable for their books. Now, why would an author choose to do it themselves? Sometimes it's creative control. They figured they wrote the work, edited and proofread it, planned to market and promote it, so why would cover design be any different? Because if you are not an experienced cover design professional, you're doing you and your work a grave disservice, and in some cases, injustice. The other reason an author does their own cover design without the proper training and experience is money. Let's face it, quality cover design professionals aren't throwing out their services for free, but that's precisely the issue sometimes. A lot of authors believe you have to spend an arm and a leg to get a decent cover design. I'll clear that up here in a minute. Recently, longtime subscriber Tommy Williams reached out and said this: "Despite my best efforts including advertising discounts, paid AMS marketing, writing as a series, having calls to actions in the back of the book, and an active social media presence, I haven't sold any books in months and I'm seeking advice." Now, curious, I looked at his author profile. The first thing I noticed were his covers. Well, we can all agree art is rather subjective, so we can't call a design crappy based on what we think. But when the author's actively marketing the book and not getting any sales, we've got to go to the fundamental elements for better book sales, and that includes keywords, copy, and covers. Now, for the sake of brevity, we're only going to address the covers this time around. Now, stay tuned to this channel. You want to see more coverage on those other two foundational elements? Just be subscribed. That's all you got to do. Before you think I'm trying to be Mr. Self-Righteous up here, pointing my finger and shaming people for having bad book cover designs, I've been just as guilty of making my own covers. And let's just say, they've been less than stellar. Now, why did I do my own covers? Control, and to a certain extent, money. I thought I'd be able to do it better and save the money. Some things are worth the investment though, folks. Now, this is an Ultimate Home Workout Plan bundle, and it launched in late 2015 that had a breakout success in early 2016. The cover was done by D. Camerlinga on Fiverr for about $5 and some change. Now, when the sales slumped, I figured a new cover design was in order, assuming I'd get a bump in sales with an overhaul, so I worked on a cover design. We'll just call it that. We'll leave it at that. Now, I shared it with my friends and modest following, and they all loved it. They gushed about it, said it was creative and that I should definitely use that new cover instead of the old. Sales tanked. Big time. As soon as I popped on that old cover design, boom, sales went right back up. Now back to Tommy. He needed help, and I didn't want to leave him hanging or leave you guys without a concrete example of good cover design versus amateur cover design. Now Tommy has this young adult fantasy series. If we place his cover image among the other best-selling books in his niche, does it match? What do you think of his cover designs? So I had Tommy write up a detailed cover brief, including the title, subtitle, series name, and a general design concept. Of course, his author name too. Now, for cover design briefs, he did really good. He kept it simple and didn't overwhelm the designer with too much details. Trust me, I almost messed up a cover design with a bloated brief. More about that later. Now, since we ordered through Olivia Pro Design, he could choose up to 3 licensed images on deposit photos. Now, we ordered a custom gig from her so we could get the extra graphics and blending included. It was only about $25 per cover for a grand total of $75 for his 3-part series. So how did it turn out? Well, let's roll that beautiful bean footage. Montage time. What do you think about the cover designs? Do they fit the genre of young adult fantasy? What would you have done different? Feel free to try out any number of my personally vetted list of Fiverr professionals, including the 2 cover designers I mentioned earlier in the video when you visit dalelinks.com/list. Hey, Remember when I said I almost ruined a cover design with a bloated design brief? Yeah, it's true, I did. I really messed it up. Find out in this next video how I gave way too much details. I mean, far too much. You know what, I'll just see you there.